NFL on EA Sports, and we've got a showcase of shutdown defenses. It's the Snowhawks and the Mounties, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. Two teams in this one going in the right direction. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, both these squads come in off winning streaks. Something's going to have to give, but you love having that momentum coming into a game like this.
And absolutely right, Mike. And on top of it, if you're the home team today playing in front of your home crowd, not only are you coming off this win streak and bringing this momentum into another home game, but you get the energy, you get the excitement of your crowd who's also riding this wave of winning football. But on the other sideline, you've got a hungry, hot road team that's looking in saying, all right, if you don't take us serious today, we're going to try to extend our winning streak of our own and get back onto this plane and go home with another win under our belt.
Here's the veteran Greg Zuerlein as we are ready to start. And off we go here on EA Sports. Now an opening has the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. And there is the guy at the top of the game, Patrick Mahomes, their quarterback.
I'll tell you what, Mike, we have a blast every week doing this, but when we get our assignments and we see this guy on deck, it just gets a little bit more special. I mean, to witness firsthand one of the greatest, one of the most transcendent players of all time at the quarterback position, you just know when he's on the field, you're likely to witness something special, and needless to say, I think we're all pretty excited for this one.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They go play action with Mahomes. He's got a man downfield. It's Mims. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense.
Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
3rd and long. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He'll try and get there on the ground. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner, picks up the 1st down.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. The tight end Moreau is in motion. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Throwing is Mahomes. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Oh, the ball's out. And it's recovered by one of his teammates.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. First carry here for Kyron Williams. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And maybe the quarterback should have given that one away. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Here's 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's McCarthy. He'll try to run for it.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
And he's going to be taken down, but not until he reaches the 20-yard line.
Explosive plays. Teams understand just how valuable they are in regards to the ability to score points. Typically, they come through the air, Mike. In this case, they got it on the ground. Now they find themselves inside the red zone.
Throwing here on 1st and 10 is McCarthy.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
On the give, it's Williams. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a 1st down. They'll run. It's Williams. He'll get a yard or 2 to the 8. 2nd and goal. Here now, 2nd down and goal. Off the bootleg, it's McCarthy.
Great job in coverage here. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. He decides to tuck it and turn it to a runner. They get to him quickly. Picks up a couple yards, but not enough now. Brings up 3rd down.
Good blocking, and he's in. J.J. McCarthy. Touchdown, Mounties. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
So after the touchdown at the other end, Zerline is out to kick this one off. The return starts from the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they will finally track him down, but not before he takes this to the other side of midfield. The Snowhawks offense. And Patrick Mahomes coming out for their next drive. And he is right up there in touchdown passes, as you see on that graphic, currently 2nd in the NFL at this point in the season. First down throw, Mahomes. He's got that complete to Knox.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
And he's going to bring this one close to a 1st down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short. 3rd and a yard. Play fake. Now it's Mahomes. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
If you can't protect the quarterback in the NFL, you might as well just throw your entire playbook in the garbage. Everything starts there. And with the amount this quarterback's been hit and taken down here in the first quarter, are we confident that we're going to be able to even see him in the game come the second?
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. Here's 1st and 10. They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. He's going to run it. And McCarthy's going to get down and pick up the first down. Good, smart play with the slide by J.J. 13 yards on that one. Move the sticks. It's a first down. On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. Complete to the former Buckeye, Jackson Smith-Njigba. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They run over center with Williams. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. That is Zach Sealer getting in there to bring him down. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. 7-0 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Gesicki, the man in motion. Now it's Williams. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. They'll go play action here with McCarthy. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Both sides now going back and forth, trading blows. After a nice pickup and a handful of yards, the defense responds with a big sack. Now brings up 3rd and medium, and let's see if they decide to go back on the ground or keep it in the air.
And McCarthy's going to get down and pick up the first down. Good, smart play with the slide by J.J. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs. Here's a handoff to Williams. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
So it's 4th down, punting time. Ethan Evans to do the honor. And back deep is Marvin Mims. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Snowhawks offense ready for this next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Taking off, and he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play. 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff. Jones. And he's going to have the first down. Mark him at the 45 and move the chains.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
They'll go back to Jones on first down, and he'll bring this across midfield as this drive is taking shape. A gain of 7 on that one. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. On play action, it's Mahomes. He runs with it.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. This is Jones. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
And here's a great example of why the pass rush on 3rd down, that it's critical it gets home. In this case, they're not able to get to the quarterback. He has extra time to not only escape the pocket, but to turn into a runner and pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Mahomes. Throw right side, hauled in by Cup. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Ball sitting on the 3. It is 1st down and goal. The tight end Moreau is in motion. They'll run it here with Jones. From the 1, 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Jones. And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
You find yourself as a play caller saying, all right, I only got to get 1 yard and I got multiple plays to do it. What you don't plan for is all of a sudden you're going to go backwards and it changes the entire approach and, frankly, the entire play call sheet that you have to draw from.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Joey Sly comes on. They'll try the field goal here. This from 34 yards. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Snowhawks are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Mounties offense, running back Kyron Williams, ready to go once more. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. To throw is McCarthy. He locates the open man. That's Christian Kirk. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Look at the 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Taken in by Gesicki.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Williams. Fighting off defenders here. He'll churn forward and pick up 3. 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Williams. And he'll pick his way forward. A gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down. 7-3 is the score. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. Greg and I will be right back after this. 3rd and 2, and here's McCarthy. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. On comes Greg Zuerlein to try the field goal. This from 40 yards out. Zuerlein's kick is good. And the Mounties go out to a 10-3 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Snowhawks offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. Just the lone field goal for them so far, down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. That's brought in by the tight end, Knox. He's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. That's into the hands of Aaron Jones. And he's going to have the 1st down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well. Now, Mahomes. That's caught by Jones out of the backfield. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Right back to the air for Mahomes. He'll tuck it and take off. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they take it to the 20-yard line with that one. A huge play just before the half. And even 30 yards.
The key coming into the game, anytime you're about to defend a quarterback like this, is it's not so much about rushing the quarterback for a sack as much as it is about rushing a quarterback to keep him in the pocket. He is more dangerous when he's able to escape. Keep the integrity of your rush lanes. Rush as a unit. You can see here, when you don't, he gets out of the pocket, and it's a big play.
2nd down and 3. Throwing is Mahomes. He connects with Mims. And he will score. Marvin Mims. Touchdown, Snowhawks. Touchdown number 9 for the year.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Mounties offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins. 1st and 10. Over the middle, Smith and Jigba with the grab. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Setting up to throw is McCarthy. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's McCarthy. Right back to Williams. They connect again. They'll get about 6 before he's taken down. They'll try and throw it with McCarthy. And that is incomplete.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So we've reached halftime here. It has been an entertaining first half. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Mounties offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. Low-scoring game, all tied. Third quarter, and a touchdown here could go a long way. See if they can get it on this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's McCarthy. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. McCarthy from the gun here on under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
The Mounties send out their punter. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll run the toss here with Jones. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Here's 3rd and 2. Mims sent in motion here. They try and run for the first down with Jones. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. And it sets up 4th down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Mounties offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Reek Woolen that time. Good coverage, and he breaks it up. On 3rd and long, here's McCarthy. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. The Mounties sending out their punter, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. To return, it's Mims, and he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The visitors' offense and Aaron Jones set to take over once more. And he's had trouble getting on track in this one. Really limited space to find an opening. The defensive front stopping him multiple times. Generally, he has not been a big factor in this game to this point. A run. It's Jones. He'll manage only a couple. Adrian Cooper, the rookie, is there on the tackle. 2nd down and 8. Putting the tight end in motion. Here comes the screen to Jones. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They run it once more with Jones. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
Sly's kick is good. And the Snowhawks going to take the lead. It's now 13-10.
Job number one on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves them out in front.
And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The home team's offense ready to take over possession of the football. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it is 3rd down.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a 1st down.
And that just can't happen. 3rd and long, just understand, contain the ball, rally tackle, just get the ball carrier on the ground. Not only not able to get to him inside the pocket, he's able to extend the play with his legs and pick up a huge, long 1st down.
On 1st down, it is Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 45. That's Dexter Lawrence in for the tackle. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. That's to his big tight end, Gesicki. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
He might be a tight end by position definition, Mike, but this guy is a bona fide playmaker with the ball in his hands, and we're just seeing this more and more across the league. These guys have such a natural ability to pick up yards after the catch, and man, it does wonders for an offense when you don't always have to throw the ball far to pick up big gains.
McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
On comes Greg Zuerlein to try the field goal. This one from 54 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Mounties will tie the game here in the 3rd quarter.
So touchdowns are always the primary goal of every drive, but when you find yourself down 3 here in the 2nd half, you've just got to find a way to tie the game up, and they were able to do that here.
Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Tight end going in motion here. Mahomes now on 2nd down. He's got that complete to Knox. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here comes 3rd and 6. They go play action with Mahomes.
And this has been a familiar sight all day today for this defense. They have no answer for this quarterback as a runner. That last scramble puts him over 100 yards for the day.
Jones now on 1st and 10. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. So these teams trade field goals in the 3rd as we come to the end of the quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 2. Off the play fake, Mahomes. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Play clock has expired. They're not going to get this one off on top. On the give, it's Jones. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Again, it's Jones. And he will work his way down inside the 30, a pickup of 6. The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down. Out of the gun, they give it to Jones, and they get it at the 18-yard line. The drive stays alive. 1st down picked up. On play action, it's Mahomes. He's going to tuck it and go. It's a gain of 13, and it's 1st and goal.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have 1st and goal.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And he'll take it on in. Marvin Mims. Touchdown, Snowhawks. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. Now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. Sly now for the point after. He's got it. And the Snowhawks will go up by 7. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The home team's offense headed back to take over once more. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face.
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them. This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold them to a gain of 2. And now the punting unit will come on. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Now a handoff. Jones. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
They'll go back to Jones on 1st down, and he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. On the handoff, Jones. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Well, that 2nd down play call is not real fancy, but at this point, Mike, they're in a battle with the clock. How much time can they run off and try to protect this lead? And now it brings up a pretty interesting 3rd down. Can they keep the ball and finish this thing on offense, or are they going to have to punt it away and have their defense finish the game?
And Mahomes going to protect himself here. He's going to slide and get down, and he's got that 1st down.
This is the point in the game, Mike, where on 3rd down, you have to get off the field, and they do a great job. They defend everything in the pass routes, nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, but they don't keep him in the pocket. They let him escape, picks up the 1st down with his legs. They're going to be able to run more time off the clock.
His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They bring the tight end in motion. He'll get this out to the left flat. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. Play fake. Now it's Mahomes. He's got it at the 7. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. We're going to see if they can put this one out of reach.
Throwing now, Mahomes. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Patrick Mahomes. Touchdown, Snowhawks. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Slice extra point, up and good. And the Snowhawks will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it is Trey Tucker. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The home team's offense ready to take over once more. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. That's over the middle and caught by Smith. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. So here comes 3rd and 5. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. He'll try to run for it. Now a timeout for injury. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. Here's Rush. He'll get this out wide. Here's 2nd down. Throwing is Rush. The ball comes out. And thankfully for him, one of his teammates able to secure it. No turnover, and they will hold on to the football. They'll drop to throw. Under pressure, he's going to go down again. They've sacked him for a 2nd consecutive time. Taking the deep shot for Smith and Jigba.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
They run straight ahead with Jones. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. Here's Jones. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. Mahomes back. Taking off. Now this defense will use a 3rd and final timeout. 70 seconds left to go in this game. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So it's a win for our visitors. And it is their third consecutive victory. They continue to play great football here in this latest stretch. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.